Good afternoon, and thank you for stopping in for another edition of Coffee with AJ. Today we have Jason Krist out of Invis Mortgages. How you doing today, Jason?
Doing very well. How are you today?
Excellent, thank you. Thanks for coming out. Got some Timmies. I love my Timmies.
Gotta plug the Timmies.
They're not paying me to say that. I wish they were. Timmies, you're more than welcome to. So Jason came out today. We came across, I've had a lot of clients recently phoning me asking me, is now the right time to lock in your variable rates, or should they be going with fixed mortgages? Specifically my clients who have been, had a variable mortgage for so long, they're getting the bank phoning even and saying like, lock in, lock in. Should they be locking in? What's your thoughts?
That all depends on their own personal situation. Number one, I haven't heard of a bank losing money, and for them to call you and actually want you to lock in at a fixed rate, I think you'd be very lucky to find a way that you're actually saving money at around 4% when you could be right now paying as low as 2.2, and over the past couple of years probably paying under 2%, 1.65 based on where the prime rate was. One of the biggest things I find is people don't really understand the difference between fixed rates and variable rates.
Okay.
Number one, fixed rates are determined by changes in the bond market. So basically what happens is it's the competitiveness of the chartered banks that actually set the fixed rates. The bond rates are set at a certain rate, and that's a safe investment for the banks to make. So when they want to invest in mortgages, basically what they do is they increase the rate and they have a spread. And what that does is that allows them the servicing of the mortgage and the setup of the mortgage. So after that cost's taken out, that's what the bank's profit is. And that's where you get posted rates versus fully discounted rates. So basically the prime rate is factored off the target for the overnight rate, which is currently at 1%, and then the banks have their premium, so prime is set at 3% currently. So people really need to know the difference between where the fixed rate comes from and where the actual variable rates will come from.
I've got to tell you, Jason, you're kind of speaking Spanish to me at this point.
So basically, what I would say is if you
what really affects me on this decision, like at what point, if I'm at a variable rate, what point should I lock in?
Well, right now,
is it never really a good idea because the banks on their fixed or on that bond rate, that is always going to try and make the bank more money.
Yeah. So basically it is on your risk tolerance. There is risk with a variable. Okay. However, there historically has been a lot more savings with a variable rate mortgage. So if you look at a mortgage right now, say you took out a mortgage on a 5-year fixed at 3.59, you know what, that is an excellent rate. And if you're somebody who really you're not okay with your payment going up, then yeah, fixed is probably right for you. But if you're happy with prime minus 0.80, so you're at 2.2% currently, okay, well, the bank has never increased the prime rate more than 4 quarters consistently. And in order for that to happen, you would probably spend the next 3 years under 3.5% on your variable rate mortgage. So you're going to have a lot more savings in the next 3 years than you would by going with a fixed rate mortgage. So what I say is the Bank of Canada makes you qualify at 5.39. The government of Canada does. So if you have to qualify in a variable at 5.39, why not pay based on 5.39? However, the interest rate that you're being charged would be based on, say, around 2.2%. So that amount
just
of
those
savings,
numbers there is what makes it make sense to me to be in a variable rate.
The savings,
like, I'm glad I could be approved at that, but look at the number of difference of savings that I'm getting.
You're probably looking at a difference of around $600 a month that would go directly to your principal. So my advice is to talk with an accredited mortgage professional, find out what's best for you, and they can help you go through the pros, the cons, and really make an informed decision on whether you should lock in.
Okay, so if we want to get a hold of you, if you guys want to get a hold of Jason, how do you do that?
You can reach me by email, jason@mortgagenurse.com, or you can call me on my cell, 604-785-8171. I'm happy to come and meet you. We can come to AJ's office here if you're looking to have any property questions answered. By all means, I'm happy to meet you here. or we can pick a coffee shop, or even come to your house and meet you.
Basically, give Jason a call. He'll come to you. As we like to do, we like to all bring customer service to new heights to land you the deal. Thank you very much for stopping in for another edition of Coffee with AJ, and see you back here soon.